Okay, we're here again with SkyeBlue in Nina's kitchen, and she's going to be making supreme biscuits from scratch. So we're going to start with making them with these ingredients: sea salt, flaxseed, baking powder, cream of tartar, soy milk, and Crisco, and flour, of course. We're going to be using whole wheat flour as well as all-purpose flour. We're going to start with getting the flour ready. So we're going to need flour, and what we need for flour is 2 cups of flour. So 1 cup of whole wheat and 1 cup of all-purpose, and then we're going to add a half a cup more. No oatmeal in these biscuits. I know how you like making oatmeal things, but this one is just flour. It's a simple recipe, and it's a really good recipe because you can use it to eat with many things. And today we're going to make sardines to add to our breakfast with coffee. So we're gonna
drink coffee.
That's right, you don't. Although you told me you do, but you're not supposed to be drinking coffee, right? It's too much caffeine for little girls. So let's get the flour ready.
All of it.
We're going to use 1 whole cup of wheat flour, whole wheat flour.
Just perfect.
Okay, just perfect. Why don't you hold it over the bowl so in case you spill it. We're going to pour it right into the sieve after she fills up her cup. And we have a bird that's flying around thinking she's going to be making biscuits. Is it full to the top? Pour the rest of the flour into the bowl. Empty the bag into the bowl. There you go. Okay, if it's done, you can throw it out now. And then we're going to use all-purpose flour. We're going to put 1 cup of the other flour, the all-purpose. Now normally we try not to use white flour, but for the biscuits we found that it kind of needs it, so we try to use the one that is whole wheat all-purpose flour. We pour that in, and then we're going to use a half a cup more, the half cup, because we need a little extra flour. The recipe calls for just 2 cups of flour, but we need extra biscuits today. Okay, so we finished our flour. Next in our ingredients, we're going to add our baking powder. So we need 4 teaspoons, which equals 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon. Can you hold those spoons up, Sky? So a tablespoon equals 3 teaspoons and 1 teaspoon, and that makes a total of 4. Right. So you're going to put baking powder in that. And where's the baking powder? Yes. So you're going to put those spoons in there and put it into your ingredients. Smooth it off. You don't eat it. Sprinkle it into the flour. Don't close it because you got to get it again. Just dump it on. And now put that spoon down and get the teaspoon. Teaspoon, the smaller spoon. Same thing. Which one have you got? Yep. smooth it off, and then it goes. Then we need cream of tartar. So we need a half a teaspoon of that. So find the half teaspoon, hold it up so we can see it, a half a teaspoon, and we're going to put cream of tartar in there. Smooth it off, put it on the top. Nope, that's it for that. And then we need a half a teaspoon of salt. So I will do the salt. We are going to use all natural sea salt, because sea salt is very much better than regular salt. So let's see, where's your half a teaspoon? Half a teaspoon. Put your hand out. I'm going to pour it in your hand because sometimes pouring it is better. Okay, that's about a half a teaspoon. Yep. Make sure that's right. Good job. We also need 2 teaspoons of sugar. So get the sugar bowl. We're going to use raw brown sugar. So we need to get the teaspoon. Which one is the teaspoon? No. Actually, just use a tablespoon. I like to use a whole tablespoon of brown sugar. And put it right on top. And now we're going to sieve together all of these ingredients so that they're all blended together. And how we're going to do that is with that special little tool that I gave you, the wire thing. This wire thing on the mesh will be like using a sieve. So we're going to stir it around and around very gently, and it comes out on the bottom, as you can see, as if you were used to sieve. Then we'll be putting Crisco in it and milk and mixing it all together. Next, we're going to put the Crisco in, because now our flour is all nice and fluffy together. And we're going to use a half a cup of Crisco. This guy is having a little bit of a problem getting it out of the container. It looks buttery because we are using the buttery Crisco, which gives it a buttery taste. Put it right in the middle. You're going to use that half of that thing. Like I told you, it's going to be greasy. That's part of cooking. Okay, get the rest out of the bin. Just the half. Use your fingers sometimes. You can always wipe your fingers off after. Alright. You have a little bit more left in there, right on the edge. Okay, good. That should be plenty. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. We're going to cut it with the knives. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 butter knives, right? And it's called cutting the lard. That's what it's called. And we mix it up, and then we cut it like this. Okay? And you just keep going like that. we're going to get our hands dirty by, we're going to crumble it like this. Yeah, you gotta crumble it. Keep it in the bowl though. Pick it up, roll it in your hands. No, don't do it, the kneading yet. We have to first get it crumbled up. Okay. So we'll crumble it and then we'll be pouring the milk in. Next, we're gonna sprinkle on our flaxseed. This is flaxseed. We're actually going to put 2 tablespoons of flaxseed in. Sky's already prepared it. She's going to sprinkle it in. Here. Sprinkle it on the flour. Take your fork and mix it up. Okay, and after that's done, we're going to get the milk ready. So we're going to make a well in the middle of the flour like this to make a hole. Okay, and we're going to be pouring our milk in there. Let's get our soy milk ready, and we're going to be using a cup, I believe. Because this is soy milk, we have to use a little bit more. The recipe calls for 2/3. But because we added extra flour, we want... Oh, that's good. We're going to use a whole cup. Might even have to use a 1/4 cup after, but we're going to mix this in. And now immediately, take your fork and start in the center and then go out. Flour up really good into there. If it's too mushy, then we'll get more flour to add to it. I'd rather add more flour than to not have enough consistency. Then the fun part will come in, which is kneading the dough. Okay. We might need some more flour, so you might have to go get that. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of here. Sprinkle it on. Sprinkle it. Sprinkling it means going like this. We don't want too much. Alright, put it down. Mash it up in there. Mix it all up good. And the whole thing is the milk and the flour go together like glue. So we want it to, we want it to do kind of dough. And now we'll use our fingers. Our hands might get a little sticky, but that's okay. Knead it all up. Yeah, keep squishing it together. If it gets too sticky, then we add a little bit more flour. Okay, and then sprinkle on a little bit more flour. Turn it over. Okay, a good way to mixed dough is like this. Watch. You take it and you put it all together like a ball, right? Well, it is kind of like a ball. It's like Play-Doh. All right? And then you keep squishing it together. Push it down, push it up.
Like a pizza.
Yeah, like pizza. sprinkling the flour is just to keep it from being sticky. We don't want too much, but we definitely need it to be squished together. Make a nice dough, all kneaded together. Some people use a board. I just kind of like to use the bowl for my hands. Less mess to clean up, although this table has gotten quite a bit of a mess here. Alright. Now we're going to move the bowl over there and move some of these things because we already we're going to put it on the table now. Now we're going to get ready to roll out the dough, and we're going to be using a rolling pin after we sprinkle a little bit more flour and make sure that it's kneaded properly. And then we're going to roll it out. Go ahead. And roll it gently, not too flat, because it's important we don't have it too flat. Okay, that's good enough. Now, as you see, most of the time, I don't even use a rolling pin. I just kind of use pretty good. That's good. That's good. We don't want it too skinny. Just right. And then we're going to cut it. Instead of using cutters, we're going to use what we have available. What we have available is a glass. And we're going to make little cuts. It out, put it on the pan. And we should get about 6 of these out of this. We have to roll the dough a few times. Guy's putting them as she cuts them onto the baking pan. Now she's going to roll it out again. Make sure it's not too flat. If they're too flat, the biscuits come out too thin and then you can't really eat them. So let's make sure that they're not too thin. Then we're going to be putting them into the temperature of 450 as soon as she's done. Skye has finished all of the biscuits. We actually got more than 6. We got 8 plus a pretzel just for Skye. And we're going to put this in the oven. And Skye's going to do that. Skye? Oven and be very careful. Push it in. Now it's always important that children remember to stay safe around the stove and always have an adult. And if things are hot, we keep pot holders around to keep our hands safe. So we're going to cook these biscuits at 450 degrees for 12 minutes. Then we'll be back. And now we're getting ready to make the sardines. We're going to put in scallion and cilantro into our sardines. also probably put a little piece of garlic to shut up the biscuits. A little bit of onion. We're not gonna
Put
use
that
it
on
all.
our biscuits. I want that one.
Grab the skin off the onion. We don't need that part. I'm just gonna chop this up really quick. This is a traditional breakfast in this family, and it is something that's healthy for you. It's full of protein and we don't need any more. Not enough. That one's gonna get put back in the refrigerator when we're done. Just chopping this up. One little piece of garlic. Garlic gives things flavor. No, the onions actually. That's why I did the onions. Although it didn't make me cry. So how I do this is I smash it, and then you chop it up into little pieces. Very carefully. Little tiny pieces. This gets used just a few more minutes. Very, very small. Okay. I'll cut the onion because we don't need it. Alright, now we're going to be putting this into the oil. That's enough? Okay. Chop this guy just a little bit more. Very nutritional breakfast. And kids should learn early how to eat scallions, otherwise they'll grow up not liking it. Some kids don't like scallions, so we're going to scoop this into the pan. Let me put the fire on because kids should not be near fire unless they have been instructed. So we're going to pour that right into the pan. Okay. Alright, good luck. Almost got me there, kid. Alright, put that down. Then we're going to stir up the pan. And we saute these for a few minutes. And we're going to sprinkle a little seasoning in it. This is my own special Nina kitchen seasoning. It has turmeric, has a little cayenne, it has a little of everything that you need that's healthy for you. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. Then we will be adding the sardines. We're going to add the sardines, and we're going to scoop it out with a fork right into the pan. Make sure you don't spill it on the stove. And we're going to put a little water in these pans. So it has a little gravy. So you should have put that into the pan. Good job. And then we're going to cut up these sardines just a little, not a lot. I don't like them too chopped up, but just to make it a little easier to serve with. don't chop it up anymore. Now we're going to let it mix it up a little bit. And
Is it ready?
into the gravy. No, we're going to put a cover on it and let it simmer.
How about that?
Turn the coffee pot on, which already has the water, and you can.
Want me to go put some trash?
Not yet. Why don't you go set up the coffee maker? Turn it on. Biscuits are done. As you can see, they're nice and ready. Sky is preparing the coffee. She's getting the cups ready. We will be ready to eat it in a few minutes. Sky makes the coffee and we're about to eat our breakfast. She is, well, it's coming. We're going to have sardines and biscuits. And Sky is going to have orange juice because that's healthier than coffee for kids, right, Sky? Sky is ready to enjoy her beautiful, luscious, delicious flaxseed biscuits and sardines. And what do kids like to do?